जैसे एक तो जैसे if the mother is HIV positive, we have to see to it that is not transmitted to the child. यानी अगर प्रेगनेंसी के स्टेज पर स्क्रीनिंग विथ कंसेंट इज कंपल्सरी, स्क्रीनिंग की जाएगी, ब्लड स्क्रीनिंग होगी और उसको रोकने का प्रयास होगा। उसी तरीके से HIV पॉजिटिव के लोगों के प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स हों, बाकी सारे राइट्स हों, बच्चों के प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स हों, इन सबको भी कानूनी तौर पर सेफगार्ड किया जाएगा। इस तरीके की व्यवस्था की गई है। जो लोग स्टेट की कस्टडी में हैं, जैसे इम्प्रिजनमेंट है, उनको राइट फॉर हेल्थ फैसिलिटी, उनकी कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी मेंटेन करना और उनको समय समय पर दवाई देना और उनको काउंसलिंग करना, ये सारी स्टेट की जिम्मेवारी होगी, बिकॉज दे आर इन कस्टडी। दैट ऑल्सो हैज टू बी टेकन टू कंसिडरेशन। इस तरीके का हमको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा। जैसे मैंने कहा कि ऑक्यूपेशनल हैजार्ड से जो ऑक्यूपेशन में है, उनको इस बीमारी से, वायरस से कहीं ग्रसित ना हो जाए, इसका एनवायरनमेंट भी क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा। हेल्थ इंस्टीट्यूशंस को एवरी 20 एम्प्लॉइज पर दे विल हैव टू कीप वन कंप्लेंट ऑफिसर, एंड इन जनरल इंस्टीट्यूशंस 100 एम्प्लॉइज पर एक कंप्लेंट ऑफिसर रखना पड़ेगा, जो इस एनवायरनमेंट को, कंजीनियल एनवायरनमेंट को देखेगा। इस तरीके की व्यवस्था भी की गई है। उसी तरीके से ये पेनाल्टीज की बात जैसे मैंने कही कि पेनाल्टी की दृष्टि से 3 मंथ्स से लेकर के एक्सटेंडेड टू 2 years तक पेनाल्टी हो सकती है। अ फाइन विच मे एक्सटेंड टू 1 लाख रुपी और बोथ मीन्स इम्प्रिजनमेंट ऑल्सो एंड फाइन ऑल्सो। उसी तरीके से ओम्बड्समैन जो है, हाँ एक बात मैं बताना भूल गया कि इंस्टीट्यूशंस स्टेट्स ओम्बड्समैन लगाएंगे। कोई किसी के साथ अन्याय हो जाता है तो स्टेट ओम्बड्समैन लगाएगा और वो ओम्बड्समैन जो है वो डिसाइड करेगा कि किस पेशेंट के साथ किसने अन्याय किया है और उसको 30 दिन के अंदर एक्शन लेना पड़ेगा। यहां मैं ये बता दूं कि स्टैंडिंग कमेटी की इच्छा थी कि 15 दिन के अंदर एक्शन होना चाहिए, हमने उसको 30 दिन किया है कि कम से कम 30 दिन के अंदर उसके खिलाफ एक्शन होना चाहिए। इस तरह की बातें कही गई हैं और उसमें भी फाइन 10,000 रुपीज से लेकर के और 10,000 रुपीज का फाइन होगा और ना माने जाने पर प्रतिदिन 5,000 रुपीज एक्सटेंड करता चला जाएगा, प्लस 5,000 बढ़ेगा। इस तरीके का हम फाइन का ओम्बड्समैन का प्रावधान होगा। और कोर्ट की प्रोसीडिंग्स में और बाकी प्रोसीडिंग्स में कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ऑफ द पर्सन सफरिंग फ्रॉम HIV, इसकी कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी रखी जाएगी। स्टेट रिकॉर्ड्स में भी कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी रखी जाएगी, मेडिकल रिकॉर्ड्स में भी कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी रखी जाएगी। इस तरीके का प्रावधान किया है और जो इसको डाइवर्ज करेगा वह कानूनी अपराध होगा और उसके खिलाफ एक्शन दोनों तरीके का हो सकता है, फाइन भी हो सकता है और इम्प्रिजनमेंट भी हो सकती है। तो मैं अध्यक्ष जी आपके माध्यम से सभी लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं कि ये पीपल सेंट्रिक बिल है, ये पेशेंट यानी पीपल लिविंग विथ HIV को प्रोटेक्ट करने वाला बिल है और उनको लीगल सैंटिटी देने वाला बिल है, प्रोग्रेसिव है नेचर में और एक अग्रेसिव स्ट्रैटेजी के लिए अडॉप्ट करता है, स्टेट को बाइंड करता है कि हम समय समय पर नई स्ट्रैटेजीज निकाल करके, ये सरकार की जिम्मेवारी होगी कि हर पेशेंट को देखे और हर पेशेंट को वो बचाव की दृष्टि से उसको दवाई दे, उसकी दवाई की व्यवस्था करे। इस तरीके से ये स्टेट को भी यानी सरकार को भी बाध्य करता है। इस तरीके का ये बिल है। मैं चाहूँगा कि इस पर हमारे माननीय सदस्य अपने विचार भी रखें और इस बिल को पास करें। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ धन्यवाद।
राइट। श्री अधीर रंजन।
Sir, I rise to support the legislative document under the title the Human Immunodeficiency Virus and Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome Prevention and Control Bill 2017. Already, Honorable Minister has dwelt on this issue in an elaborate way. He has already said that it is an exhaustive, aggressive and progressive legislation. We do not differ with the contention of this minister, but there may be inexhaustive suggestion, there may be inexhaustive promises and demands, which also should be taken note of. Sir, decades have passed away while we are undergoing the HIV and AIDS epidemic. In spite of the fact, still profound stigma and discriminations are attached with the lives of those diseased. So the name of HIV and AIDS conjures up the spectre of horror and discrimination, which is still inflicting our psyche, that cannot be denied. So first of all, my suggestion to the Honorable Minister that yes, progressive legislation, aggressive legislation you have mentioned, but mass awareness is the need of the hour. Without the proper mass awareness program and comprehensive mass awareness program, you would not be able to get the common people away from the spectre of stigma and discrimination. Sir, this bill is in continuation of an earlier legislation which was introduced in this house by his predecessor, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, and thereafter Minister has been kind enough of taking into confidence the suggestions of various forums, including the concerned standing committee, and most of the recommendations have been accommodated in his legislation. So I must appreciate the endeavor made by Honorable Health Minister Nadda ji. Sir, in July 2000, United Nations Security Council adopted Resolution 1308 calling for urgent and exceptional actions to mitigate the threats posed by HIV and AIDS. These exceptional actions refer to the need to provide exclusive responses and resources to mitigate the threat posed by HIV and AIDS. As the first disease to be the subject of a United Nations Security Council resolution, the exceptional status of HIV and AIDS has brought about unprecedented levels of international funding allocated primarily in developing countries where responses to the disease have historically been scarce or non-existent. Sir, integration of HIV and AIDS intervention and primary health care system has taken place in India from 2010 onwards. And during 2016, high-level meeting at the UN General Assembly, India pledged to follow targets into fast-track the pace of progress, ending HIV and AIDS as a public health threat in the next 5 years and ending the epidemic by 2030. Already, it has been recognized by the global body as an epidemic. And we are also aware that this government pursuing the sustainable development goal, whereby it has been committed that by 2030 the AIDS and HIV epidemic will be wiped out. To that end, we have already discussed in this house Sustainable Development Goal. Sir, to implement the Sustainable Development Goal, government requires the fund to the mind-boggling amount of 55 lakhs crores, out of which still 19 lakhs are remain to be realized. How the government and
that and in a staff memo, Oscar Munoz, the CEO of United Airlines, has sparked more outrage after he called the passenger
government during passing of the AP reorganization bill in this August House itself. Sir, perhaps it is the first time in the history of the country a new state of Andhra Pradesh was created without consent of the state legislative assembly and much against the interest of the majority of the people of the state. Sir, perhaps it is the first time in the history that the government of India is inventing lame excuses to deny a key promise and a key assurance made as a solace to the people of the state who lost their capital and along with the abundant resources in the name of the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission. Sir, perhaps it is the first time in the history that the Chief Minister of the State, Union Minister of the State and members of Parliament of the State colliding with the central government to deny legitimate right of the people of Andhra Pradesh to get special category status as a promise made by the Prime Minister in the Supreme Legislative Body of the country by citing frivolous reasons from time to time. Sir, perhaps it is the first time in the history as assurance given in the Parliament was not fulfilled even after lapse of 3 years and even after continuous legislation by the people of the state. Sir, perhaps it is the first time in the history the central government, without any discussion or deliberation of the chief ministers of the state, resorted to announce that the concept of principle of special category status ceases to exist in the guise of the 14th Finance Commission recommendations, giving a go-by to the principles of federalism and diluting in holistic decision of the NDC. Sir, the concept of the special category status was emerged to bring the underdeveloped states at par with other states of the country, and there is a definite need for continuation of the special category status and give preferential treatment to these states in the form of centralized and allowed tax exemptions for the promotion of industrialization. Sir, with your permission, I call the attention of the government to elicit whether the central government has taken any decision as regard to the continuation or otherwise of the special category states. Sir, whenever we from Andhra Pradesh have been demanding that the promise made on the floor of the Rajya Sabha on 20th February be honored, senior ministers of NDA government have been saying that the special category status has been virtually dispensed with the light of the recommendations of the 14th Finance Commission. An impression is sought to be given that as far as the devolutions and the grants are concerned, the 14th Finance Commission has removed the distinction between the special category states and the others. Another impression that is being given is that even if AP is declared as special category state, no great benefit would occur. Sir, let me first demonstrate the 14th Finance Commission report. It is relevant to note that all that the 14th Finance Commission did was to remove the distinction between special category states and others only as regard post-devolution revenue deficit grants and not about other issues. Sir, the 14th Finance Commission recommendations are only a reason being portrayed to deny special category status to AP, sir. Sir, factually, the 14th Finance Commission submitted its report on December 2014, and the government has placed it, and the NDA government was formed in May 2014, and the bill was placed before the Parliament in February 2015. Sir, I am asking the government what stopped the government in giving special category status to AP between May 2014 and March 2015. Sir, in these 9 months, they should have taken a decision to give the special category status as promised by the Prime Minister then. Sir, Sri Arun Jaitley, the leader of opposition at the time of passing of IP Reorganization Bill, a legal luminary and now the Finance Minister of the country and a leader of this August House, is repeatedly saying the 14th Finance Commission recommended against the special category status. And the Minister also in his reply now stated that the 14th Finance Commission is dispensed the special category status. It is there in the Minister's reply, sir. But the fact is, Dr. Y.V. Reddy, Chairman, Dr. Abhijit Sen and Dr. Govind Rao, members of the 14th Finance Commission, have repeatedly confirmed on record and also in writing that they did not recommend the removal of the special category status. Further, to the astonishment of the people of the state, the union ministers from our state and the Chief Minister are supporting Sri Arun Jaitley's argument and the today's minister's statement. Sir, it is also wrong to say that there is no distinction between the special category status and other states after the 14th Finance Commission recommendations. The very fact that even in the financial year 2015-16, the first year of the 14th Finance Commission award, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh having around 8 crore population is getting 65,260 crores, whereas the 11 special category states with a combined population of less than 8 crores are getting 1,50,860 crores, almost 130% extra allocation than erstwhile AP. This clearly confirms that special category status states are getting their share even after 14th Finance Commission recommendations. Sir, additionally, states like AP, which suffered huge revenue loss as a result of capital city going to Telangana, in the reorganization AP need hand-holding for at least 5 years. Keeping this in mind, Dr. Manmohan Singh promised special category status.
You are not put your question.
Yes, he with all his
making a speech only. Mantri has nothing to say.
It was only.
You ask your question. Otherwise,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Minister will have
I am
nothing.
coming, sir. I am coming, sir. Background, sir. On firmer footing with necessary tax exemptions and tax concessions, apart from preferential treatment in centrally sponsored schemes and EIPS, external aid projects. Sir, the government, the present government, and led by Arun Jaitley ji and his party has welcomed it and demanded to extend it for 10 years at the time of passing the bill.
No, it's 7 minutes.
The Finance Commission identified Andhra Pradesh
7
as
minutes.
the state is having revenue.
I have already the names.
Awardees, even after the
No,
of
over.
42%.
Over.
It proves the economic condition of
No.
the state beyond any doubt.
Sir, Sri Pradeep
Therefore,
Tamta,
there is a
that's
definite
okay.
need to confirm
Nothing more will go on record.
status.
Pradeep Tamta, put your question. No, sit down.
Sir, my question.
No, it's over. Pradeep Tamta, you got he got 7 minutes. You could have put the question. I cannot. No, he got 7 minutes. You could have put the question. No. Why do I do? Still you are reading. No, you are not. Okay. Pradeep Tamta. Again you are reading. What is this? Okay. No. Okay.
If promises made on the floor of the Parliament, particularly as a condition for passing a bill under Article 3 of the Constitution,
Is the government
is not honored,
Yeah.
the people who have sent us here will lose confidence in the institutions. So when is the government announcing special
Yeah. When is the
status
government
to AP?
announcing? That is the
They
question.
are promised in this August
Tamta,
House.
Pradeep Tamta, that's okay. Sit down. Pradeep Tamta.
सर मैं आपका आभारी
You
हूँ
only 2 minutes and put your question there.
Sir,
Don't read. Don't read a statement. I don't agree. You see, for members are not expected
Sir,
to read.
I'm not reading,
You put
sir.
2 questions. 1 or 2 questions in 2 minutes. Don't read it.
सर जो मूल प्रश्न था कॉलिंग अटेंशन का कि एनडीएमसी की बैठक बुलाकर के स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेटस को जारी रखा जाए। माननीय मंत्री जी ने जो यहाँ पर पत्र दिया है, जो अपना स्टेटमेंट दिया है, उसमें उसका कोई जिक्र नहीं है। सिर्फ है कि 14वें फाइनेंस कमीशन ने इसको डिरेगुलर कर दिया, इसको जारी कैटेगरी समाप्त कर दिया। प्रश्न है, खुद माननीय मंत्री जी कह रहे हैं कि महोदय स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेट्स को लागू करने के लिए दूसरा, तीसरा, चौथी, जब पंचवर्षीय योजनाओं के नतीजे के आधार पर 69 में कुछ राज्यों को, जो खुद मंत्री जी बता रहे हैं, जो हिली स्टेट है, जहां डिफिकल्ट टेरेन है, जहां पर इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी कम है, उन 11 राज्यों को देने के लिए, उनके विकास को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए ये कॉन्सेप्ट लाया गया था। हमारा प्रश्न है कि बिना उस पर समुचित डिस्कशन किए हुए, बिना उस पर एनडीसी की बैठक बुलाए हुए इस स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेटस को समाप्त कर दिया गया। और उसमें जो मंत्री जी ने कहा कि 8 स्टेट और 3 हिमालयन, ये 3 हिमालयन स्टेट्स को तो आपने बाद में दिया, जब नीति आयोग ने इसका ऐलान किया, जब उसमें विरोध हुआ, उसके बाद जाकर के ये मुख्यमंत्री को एक सब कमेटी की रिपोर्ट के आधार पर सवाल है। हमारा प्रश्न है, जो परिस्थितियां थी कि इन राज्यों को विशेष राज्य का दर्जा देने की, वो परिस्थितियां आज भी है, उस पर भारत सरकार ने कोई विचार विमर्श किए हुए उसको सिर्फ एक कमीशन की रिकमेंडेशन के आधार पर खारिज कर दिया। क्या मूल प्रश्न है कि इन राज्यों को, जिसमें मेरा उत्तराखंड राज्य भी है, हिमाचल प्रदेश भी है, जो कोई नॉर्थ ईस्ट की तरह अलग उनके लिए कोई फेडरेशन नहीं है, इस पूरे कॉन्सेप्ट को लागू करने के लिए बैठक बुलाएगी। और जो इन राज्यों को घाटा हुआ है कि
nothing more on record. Ahmad Adibul, yes. I put it in 2 minutes. Not even a second more.
A huge debt burden from the 34 years CPIM misrule before the All India Trinamool Congress came to power. So we have repeatedly asked the centre to waive or restructure the outstanding loans. Sri Pranab Mukherjee, who was then the finance minister in 2011, had understood the plight of a state and allocated a special package worth rupees 8,750 crores to develop 11 districts under the BRGF. So under this scheme, the center still owes our state 2,330 crores with total money that is owed, that is still 10,469 crores. Sir, even at the last 11th Interstate Council meeting, which happened in the capital last year, our Honorable CM had expressed that there ought to be...
Put your question now.
Sir.
Already 1 minute over. Put your question now.
Sir, we feel, sir, that we are being discriminated in this matter. As such, even if you see, we have 88 fast-track courts, but we are seeing that Gujarat is getting 400 crores for them, where they have no courts, and we are not getting any money. Sir, therefore, it is imperative that the concept of special category status for states be continued, as it is not only Bengal but other states also, like Jharkhand, Maharashtra and Punjab, which are also dead states. Sir, I would thus urge the government to relook into the matter and release the funds at the earliest to develop all backward areas.
Okay.
I end with this thing, sir, that दूसरों पर अगर तबसरा कीजिए, सामने आईना रख लिया कीजिए.
Okay, thank you. Shri Anand Bhaskar Rapalu, only 2 minutes. Put your question in 2 minutes.
Respected Deputy Chairman, I stand in solidarity with the emotional urge of residuary state of Andhra Pradesh, and I appreciate the consistency of agitation of Dr. KVP Ramchandra Rao to promote the issue of special category status to the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh. There is every necessity to relook about the categorization of the states in the country. Only hilly areas and the Himalayan states have been categorized as the special category status. I plead for to have a separate additional category. Let there be 2 categories. This first category will get 9:10 and 80:20, wherein for the other states like Kerala, Bihar and residuary state of Andhra Pradesh can have 80:20 and 70:30 type of resource allocations. With that only the emotional satisfaction can be attained within Andhra Pradesh, and it has gained to such an amount that the public agitation is going on all across the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh. And I also take this opportunity to mention one important point. Whenever you decide about the national projects, please review on the National Development Council and arrive at whether they are eligible for that or not. Likewise, in Telangana, we plead for Pranahita Kaleshwaram project to be taken up as the national project, and as Dr. KVP Ramchandra Rao is asking, I plead the union government to have the National Development Council meeting immediately to decide about the two categories of the special attention towards the states and to decide the national projects as per the demands are growing on all across the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sri D. Raja. D. Raja, put your question in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Sir, when the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh was discussed and agreed upon, our party, while supporting the bifurcation, demanded special category status to Andhra Pradesh. Sir, I reiterate that stand. When this question was discussed, BJP was in opposition. It was the demand of BJP also and the demand of BJP leaders, Mr. Arun Jaitley and Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, on the very same floor of this house. The then Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, considered that demand and assured special category status to Andhra Pradesh. Now we are discussing in general manner the necessity for continuance of concept of special category status. Sir, my question is, the statement makes it clear no special category status to Andhra Pradesh. That is what the statement means. If that is so, my question is, the opening line itself says the National Development Council was a body to look after development issues of national as well as states, including the special category status of states for plan assistance during the regime of Planning Commission. The next line says the government has constituted NITI by resolution has replaced the Planning Commission. Governing Council of NITI is the similar body to NDC, which has been formed with Prime Minister as the chairperson.
So
my question is, special category status for plan assistance given to 11 states by National Development Council, whether that will continue in the given situation or not.
Okay, thank you.
And when you say National Development Council has been replaced, then how is it is similar to the General Council of NITI is similar to National Development Council. It is a deceptive statement.
Okay, thank you, Sri Jayara Ramesh.
Clean and
all right, over.
Very clear.
Okay, Jayara Ramesh, put your question in 2 minutes.
Sir, I'll try, sir. So on the 20th of February 2014, while speaking on the reorganization of Andhra Pradesh bill, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister, said, first, for the purposes of central assistance, special category status will be extended to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, comprising of 13 districts, including the 4 districts of Rayalaseema and the 3 districts of North Coastal Andhra for a period of 5 years. This will put the state's finances on a firmer footing. After Dr. Manmohan Singh spoke, there was this exchange between the Deputy Chairman, Mr. Rahman Khan, and Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, then sitting in these benches. Mr. Deputy Chairman, Mr. Naidu, what is it that you want? Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, the special category status we want for 10 years. The Prime Minister is saying for 5 years. Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde, who was then the Home Minister, the special category status for Seemandhra is for 5 years, as the Prime Minister has announced. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, this should be for 10 years. That is the demand of the people. So my first question to the Honorable Minister. Mr. Modi's government took GST of Dr. Manmohan Singh forward. Mr. Modi's government took Aadhaar of Dr. Manmohan Singh's government forward. Correct. Why is Mr. Modi's government not taking the special category status for the successor state of Andhra Pradesh forward? Why is he betraying not just the former Prime Minister, but also his most senior colleague, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu himself? Sir, the second question I have, in the minister's statement, he gives the impression that the 14th Finance Commission discontinued the difference between special category status and non-special category status, and in fact, this is the impression that we all got from successive statements of the Finance Minister as well. Sir, I contacted the Chairman of the Finance Commission, I contacted the members of the Finance Commission. They have categorically said, on the record, the 14th Finance Commission has not recommended the abolition of special category status. All that this 14th Finance Commission says is for purposes of devolution. The Finance Commission has not distinguished the states. My second question to the Honourable Minister, why is he consistently and continuously misleading the House that the 14th Finance Commission has recommended this abolition, whereas it is only for purposes of devolution that they have. So my final question.
All right, that's a final.
Question.
All right.
My final question.
It is already 2 minutes.
Sir, to the argument that the word special category status is not used and does not continue in practice. Sir, a few days ago, this House, Parliament passed the GST bill. And what does the Central Goods and Services Taxes Bill 2017, now the Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2016, Clause 22, Chapter 6, what does it say? Every supplier shall be liable to be registered under this Act in the state or union territory other than special category state.
Okay.
This is the GST bill. It says special category state. So I fail to understand what the stand of the Minister of Planning is.
Okay.
So finally,
that's okay, final, no more.
If you have
no more, Naresh Agarwal. No, please. No, please. No special category for there or Ramesh. No, Sri Naresh Agarwal.
Manu Sabapatji.
2 minutes, Naresh Agarwal ji.
2 minutes. That is sufficient. 4 minutes. Manu Sabapatji.
No, only 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes. Mr. Rao ने जो उठाया, मैं भी इससे सहमत हूं, क्योंकि सदन में घोषणा हुई थी जब आंध्र प्रदेश रिऑर्गेनाइज हुआ था, तेलंगाना आंध्र प्रदेश बने थे, दिग्विजय सिंह जी बैठे हैं, इन्हीं की रिकमेंडेशन थी कि इन्हीं की रिकमेंडेशन पे 2 हिस्से बटे कि आंध्र प्रदेश को स्पेशल कैटेगरी में लिया जाएगा, उसके लिए अलग से हम मानक बनाएंगे। तो मैं चाहूँगा ये सरकार, चूँकि उस समय ये लोग इधर बैठे हुए थे, ये भी ये मांग कर रहे थे, वेंकैया जी सबसे ज़्यादा मांग कर रहे थे, तो मैं कहूँगा इस सरकार को इसकी घोषणा करनी चाहिए। दूसरी चीज़ मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, जब से प्लानिंग कमीशन बना, 5 तरीके की कैटेगरी जो मंत्री जी ने बताई, वो 5 तरीके की कैटेगरी रही, और उस कैटेगरी में आप देखिए जो 11 स्टेट आए, 11 स्टेट हिली स्टेट्स हैं जो हिमालय के अराउंड हैं। उसके बाद एक भी प्लेन का स्टेट इसमें नहीं आया, क्योंकि जो उसकी कंडीशंस हैं, जो कैटेगरी है, उस कैटेगरी में प्लेन का कोई वर्णन ही नहीं है। मैंने कहना था कि अगर उस कैटेगरी में ये 2 चीजें और डाल दें, स्टेट का एरिया और स्टेट की पॉपुलेशन और स्टेट का बैकवर्डनेस इकोनॉमिकली, तो शायद बहुत से स्टेटों को इसका लाभ मिल जाए। क्योंकि श्रीमान राज्य जब योजना आयोग था, तो जो अपना प्लान लेके स्टेट जाते थे, तो 60-40 का रेशियो देने के बाद आप देख लीजिए 100% स्टेट के प्लान जो हैं वो कट जाते थे, क्योंकि स्टेट की रेवेन्यू 40% नहीं हो पाती थी। 7th पे कमीशन के बाद और बुरी स्थिति हुई, और आज सारे राज्य इस स्थिति में नहीं है। तो मेरा प्रश्न ये है, क्या मंत्री जी जो मैंने 3 कैटेगरी और बताए हैं, उन 3 कैटेगरी को स्पेशल कैटेगरी के स्टेट के मानकों में कैटेगरी में और जोड़ेंगे? और राज्यों ने जो मांग करी कि 60-40 का रेशियो 80-20 का कर दिया जाए, तो क्या 14 फाइनेंस कमीशन, 14 फाइनेंस कमीशन उस पर कंसीडर करते हुए कोई रिपोर्ट देगा? यदि हाँ तो
धन्यवाद। श्री विजय साई रेड्डी, in 2 minutes put your question.
3 minutes, sir,
Not even, no, not even 1 second more.
Sir,
2 minutes.
The statement given by the minister is factually incorrect and is quite misleading. Sir, I draw the attention of your attention for the last paragraph of the statement. Accordingly, the issue of grant of special category status of the states has been taken care of with the implementation of the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission. Sir,
What is there?
Deputy Chairman, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, the 14th Finance Commission, in fact, he has reproduced the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission recommendation. And 14th Finance Commission has merely stated that there is no distinction, it has not made any distinction between the special category states and other states insofar as revenue deficit, post-devolution revenue deficit grants are concerned. That is what they have merely stated. I really don't know whether the minister, concerned minister, has rightly understood or not. To the best of my knowledge, it is only a recommendation, and by implementing this recommendation, the government is not doing any justice to the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir. I'll explain. See, my first question, sir, I have 3 questions to be put. My first question is, it is to the House, sir. Probably Secretary General has to address it. The assurance that has been given by the then Honorable Prime Minister of India has been taken note of as an assurance on this floor of the House given to the given to the members. Whether it has been recorded as an assurance or not.
No, that question is not permitted. You ask the question only to the
Sir, that is assurance. My question is whether assurance has been recorded and then it has been dealt with or not.
No, that question is not permitted. You ask a question to the minister only.
Sir, the second question is, in fact, the 14th Finance Commission, 14th Finance Commission report calculated the average per capita gross state domestic product, wherein the gross GSDP of Andhra Pradesh is only for 2012 and 13 is only 73,979, which is much lower than 3 of the states, much lower than the remaining states of 11 states which have been declared as special category states, sir. Therefore, the Andhra Pradesh in terms, sir, one more. Andhra Pradesh in terms of GSDP, state GSDP is much lower, sir. The second